Yo, what's good? What happened? Thug Squirrel in the house. How's it going? We are doing another exam. And I'm gonna do double time during the weekend because I'm falling behind, dude. I got how many days? I got 6 more days to study. Test is on day 7. That's a lucky number. And I got like 8 exams, so we'll probably do double time during the weekend. But we're back at it in a world where squirrels dominate. We got the thug squirrel, thug hacker squirrel attempting the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 exam. Dave's not here, man. What happened, Dave? What's good? Just Thug Squirrel being a total badass. About to take my exam here, so that all the cool IT geeks can watch and learn and take the exam with me. I guess that's what's going on. But holy shit, am I tired of doing this? I'm tired. A lot of people have been saying that I've been overstudying. And yeah, maybe I have been. I don't know. But yeah, we just gotta keep going. Gotta keep going until we fucking finish it. And that's what all of you have to do too. You gotta keep going until you finish it, man. Just go that straight, narrowed path. And get your A+. Get your Network Plus. Get your Security Plus. That's what we're doing. We're on the Security Plus now. Thug Squirrel. Thug Squirrel's on Security Plus now. Because he's a thug. He's about to be the most badass security guard of all of the land. All the squirrel land. Dave's not here, man. What happened? Alright. Good seeing you, Dave. Or David. I don't know. Dave for short. David Carlisle. It's good seeing you, man. We'll be taking an exam. It's all about hacking and protecting yourself from hackers. No such thing as overstudying. Damn right. You can get a little burnt out sometimes, but hey, you gotta keep learning. You gotta keep learning. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not perfect at this. That's why I gotta keep going. Alright, but I'm lollygagging. So we're gonna take another exam, see how well we do. As always, we're shooting for the 80s. 80s are a good score. When you go in to take your exam, you're gonna be thrown 3 different types of scenarios. You're gonna get your performance-based questions. You're gonna get your multiple choice questions that you feel really good about. And then you're gonna get your multiple choice questions that you're kind of 50-50 on. And actually there's a 4th one. You're gonna get your multiple choice questions that you have absolutely no idea what the correct answer is. So this is my strategy for you when you go and take your exam. You're going to immediately skip your performance-based questions. Just click review, skip, go straight into the multiple choice questions. Then you're going to go into those multiple choice questions and you're going to answer them all and you're going to feel good about some. Go with your gut, go with what you know, feel good about those, don't worry about them. Then you're going to get to those 50-50 ones where you think it's this one, but it might be this one as well. Don't waste too much time. Flag them for review. Move on to the next. And then you're going to get those questions where you have absolutely zero idea and it's probably one of the 4 you just don't know. You have to take a guess. Don't guess on those. Keep those as skipped. Trust me on this. Don't guess on them. Just keep them as skipped. When you get to that review page, you're going to see your skipped ones. You're going to see your flagged ones that you have 50-50 chance on. And you're going to see your performance-based questions that you skipped. Once you get to the end of the exam, go straight into the performance-based questions and try to get as many of those out of the way. If you get stumped on some of them, that's okay. You probably got like 18, 20 minutes left. If you're feeling good about this exam, start going into some of those 50-50 ones. Try to figure out what's going on with those 50-50 ones. And then go back to the performance-based questions if you want. Once you start crunching on time, you got like 5 minutes left, go to those multiple choice skipped ones and just pick an answer. There's no harm, there's no foul in just picking a random answer, and that's probably what you're going to end up doing. David says, the ones that you are not sure about are always C. Ah. Little test taking tips and tricks, huh? It's always C, those motherfuckers. So yeah, that's my my tips for you. And make sure you go pee-pee before you take your exam. All right, let's do this. We are taking the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 number 3. We only do these one time. I don't do multiple attempts. Maybe this is the exam that kicks my ass. Who knows? I'm still waiting for that exam that kicks my ass. But for the most part, I've been kicking ass on all these exams. So let's keep that momentum going. David Carlisle, I'm probably gonna go quiet here and just start taking an exam. It was good seeing you. Hope everything's going good with you in the coin community, buddy. Keeping my eye on that silver and that gold. I'm waiting for that gold to drop, dude. It's ridiculously high. I honestly thought gold right now would be like 1,800 bucks, 1,400 bucks. I was very optimistic about it dropping, and nope. Country got totally fucked. Gold spiked. I should have known. I should have known that that's what happens. That's usually what happens. Your money gets fucked, gold goes up. I don't know why I was so optimistic with this president of ours, but what can you do? All right, let's get started. Here we go. Man, I'm so tired of taking these fucking exams. Okay, begin test. Ready? Set. See you later, David Carlisle. I'll make sure to pick C if I don't know it. Give myself a good burp, and let's go. All right, everything's good here? Yes. All right, what is the primary responsibility of a data custodian in the realm of data governance? Motherfucker, these data custodians. Enforce the security controls? I don't think so. They're kind of like the, let's see, develops and oversees the execution of the organization's IT strategy, determines how personal data should be processed and for what purposes. I think that's the controller. Identifies the classification and sensitivity of organizational data. I kind of like that one. Enforces security controls for the safe transport. No, it's that one. They're all about the transporter. Security controls and the storage of data. It's that one. It's totally that one. Let's move on. Which of the following terms best describes the measurement used to describe a 7% possibility of hardware failure in the next year based on past statistical data? Well, probability is all about quantitative measures. Severity ranking, likelihood, exposure factor. Describe a 7% possibility of hardware failure in the next year based on past statistical data. I feel like it's probability. Probability is all about quantitative. Likelihood is like qualitative. Like high, medium, low. This one's like percentage. Let's go with that one. Which of the following best describes a process used to identify differences between the current state of a system and its desired future state? A gap analysis. Yeah, there's a gap, and you want to jump the gap to get to where you want to be. I don't like any of those. Which of the following is a hardware vulnerability that relates to using devices or components that are no longer supported by the manufacturer, possibly leading to unpatched security risks? So we'll probably get legacy and end of life. I always get these two fucking confused. So it's, let's see, following is a hardware vulnerability that relates to using devices or components that are no longer supported by the manufacturer. That would be possibly leading to unpatched security risks. That would be end of life. Oh, why do we always get these two confused? It's either legacy or end of life. We'll come back to it if we got time. What's going on? Why is it not letting me? What's going on? There we go. Which of the following statements best explains the acquisition as part of the incident response activities? Best explains the acquisition, the acquiring phase. Acquisition involves evaluating details about the incident to determine financial and legal consequences. Acquisition means new security controls are purchased or otherwise obtained to prevent future incidents. What? Acquisition is part of the incident response. We're responding to an incident. Acquisition involves acquiring individual testimonies of all people who could be impacted. Acquisition involves obtaining a clean copy of the data from a device so it can be used as evidence. Kind of like that one. Acquisition involves evaluating details about the incident to determine financial and legal consequences. Might be that one too. Best explains the acquisition. Oh, fuck. Come back to that one, I guess. Which of the following most accurately describes a primary consideration for implementing a data retention policy? Okay, that's like legal hold, reducing storage cost over time by ensuring that too much data isn't kept, enhancing system performance by regular data deletion, ensuring compliance, there you go, with legal and regulatory requirements, a legal hold. I'm going with that one. Oh, fuck. Dizzy Crows, a technology company, has experienced a series of sophisticated cyber attacks targeting their endpoints. To improve its endpoint security, the company has decided to implement endpoint detection and response capabilities across its network. Which of the following choices best explains the main advantage Dizzy Crows would gain after installing and configuring endpoint detection and response in the given scenario? So implementing EDR allows the organization to enforce security policies and controls on all endpoints, reducing the risk of unauthorized access. I mean, that sounds good. EDR provides real-time monitoring and reporting of network traffic, enabling administrators to track data usage and bandwidth consumption. Using EDR provides enhanced behavior analysis and threat intelligence to detect and respond to cyber threats on endpoints, or EDR provides comprehensive authentication and encryption on host devices, limiting unauthorized users from viewing company data. Kind of tore between these two. EDR provides advanced behavior analysis, endpoint detection and response, allows an organization to enforce security policies. I feel like it's this one, like enforcing security policies one, advanced behavior analysis and threat intelligence. Can EDR do that? I don't know if EDR can do that. I'm going with this one. LunarSoft, a global software company, is redesigning its remote work infrastructure. Employees complain that logging into company systems requires remembering too many passwords, causing inefficiencies. The company's new solution allows employees to log in using their face or fingerprint. What passwordless approach has LunarSoft incorporated? That would be biometric authentication. Dark Skies Technologies has hired a vendor to develop a custom software solution for their accounting department. They need a document that provides detailed instructions and requirements for the software development project that will include features the software should have when the work must finished. Oh my god, these fucking spelling errors. And other essential details. Which document would best meet Dark Sky's needs? Business plan something? No way, a statement of work. Detailed instructions and requirements for software development project that will include features and that sounds like a statement of work. This is business partnership agreement. It's not that one. It's not any of these. I think it's statement of work. Which of the following provides short-term emergency power to a device when the input, a generator, a UPS, when the input power source fails, allowing for either proper system shutdown or switching to long-term power source? So short-term power energy would be a UPS. Power strips can't do that. Generators are more long-term voltage regulators. Is that just a surge protector? All right. Log Cabin Bank has recently expanded its services by purchasing several other banks. They now face security challenges that they haven't faced before. The most significant challenge is providing the type of secure communication among the branches of the bank. Okay, maybe VPN, secure access, one of those. Let's see. State banking regulations require that all communications be secure, even when traveling across unsecured networks. Which of the following will provide the best solution to the challenge faced by Log? I'm going to go with VPN. Before implementing a change in the organization's critical infrastructure, Before implementing a change in the organization's critical infrastructure, it's essential to ensure the proposed modification is assessed, reviewed, and authorized. Which process ensures that these steps are followed? Like an approval process, development process, deployment process, testing process. Oh gosh. Well, they need to be. It's essential that the proposed modification is assessed, reviewed, and authorized. Sounds like an approval process. Authorized, approval. reviewed for approval, assessed for approval, development process, wait, deployment process, no, it's not deployment, testing. I'm going with approval. Which of the following statements regarding data retention in the disposal process is not true? Data retention is a critical governance factor that organizations need to adhere to while managing their information systems and data assets. Wait a minute, what are we doing? Data retention in the disposal process? Data retention implies storing all data indefinitely as it might be needed at some point. I don't know about that. Formal data retention policies help organizations decide when data assets should be backed up, archived, or purged. Formal data retention policies? I mean, things could change. Data retention periods should account for business needs as well as any legal, regulatory, or contractual requirements. I mean, that one sounds good. Data retention is a critical governance factor that organizations need to adhere to while managing their information systems and data assets. Regarding data retention in the disposal process. Motherfucker, I'm gonna put a star there. Kelly Innovations LLC is seeking a solution to encrypt a virtual disk drive that contains archived financial data without encrypting the entire physical disk. Which encryption level would be the best for this requirement? So we're going to encrypt a virtual disk drive that contains without encrypting the entire physical disk. So we are going to take a section of the disk, which would be volume encryption, not file level, not full disk, not database. Contains archival financial data. No. So what part of it's like business partnership agreement for mission essential functions provides a detailed step-by-step description of the procedural tasks performed? Process flow? Essential functions provides a detailed step-by-step description. I'm going with process flow, and I'm going to put a check mark there because I don't know. It's a weird question. Which of the following refers to a vulnerability in software that is unknown to the vendor and often exploited by malicious actors before a patch is released? That'd be 0-day. Service disruption, supply chain, hardware incompatibility. After a security audit, Kelly Innovations LLC decided to dispose of several old storage drives containing sensitive data. They wish to employ a method that ensures the data on these drives is completely unrecoverable. Sasha suggests hitting the drives with a hammer. Given that this is not the most effective solution, which of the following is the best method to use? Shredding to level 1? What does that mean? Shredding to level 1? How many levels are there? Degaussing, burning in municipal incinerators, or pulverizing with industrial machinery? This sounds like an opinion question, dude, because I would just burn the shit out of them. But then it's going to be like, oh, that's not environmentally friendly. Pulverizing with industrial machinery sounds pretty fucking badass. What are we doing here? Decided to dispose of several old storage drives. They wish to employ a method that ensures the data of these drives is completely irrecoverable. I feel like the answer is going to be degaussing, but I feel like these are all good answers. Shredding to level 1, I don't know what the fuck that means. I would just burn the shit out of them. I'm going to pick this one, and it's going to be like, oh, environmentally friendly. You can't go with that one. Fuck. I hate these questions. Which of the following cryptographic techniques... Wait, let me go back to the answers. Given that this is not the most efficient... Okay, we're going with burning. Which of the... municipal? Municipal instant... We're going with burning. Which of the following cryptographic techniques uses the same key for both encryption and decryption processes, making it essential that the key remains secret and is shared securely among the involved parties? That would be... Oh, shit. I think that's AES. No. AES is... Wait, what am I doing here? RSA? No. Hold on. We're talking about symmetric encryption. Diffie-Hellman is asymmetric. ECC is asymmetric. I think AES is... I think I'm going with AES. What type of threat actor is motivated by beliefs about politics and often targets organizations they disagree with? That would be a hacktivist. Nation state, unskilled, insider threats, hacktivists. Which of the following email security techniques specifically utilizes email certificates to authenticate and safeguard email content? I think that's SMIME? Secure Policy Framework, maybe? Utilizes email certificates. I don't think it's DMARC or TLS, so it's one of these two. We'll come back to it. Dion Training Solutions has partnered with several smaller companies. They set up a system allowing employees from any company to access resources from another partner company without requiring a separate username or password. Sounds like Federation. This is an example of Federation. They set up a system allowing employees from any company to access resources from another partner without requiring a separate username or password. Centralized access management, role-based access delegation. I feel like it's Federation. Local regulations for financial corporations have led that Solutions, an investment company, to consider many security options. Okay, a new regulation requires more exacting controls over system responses to errors. To provide maximum protection of client assets, M Solutions has decided to implement a solution that will shut down transactions if network errors occur. Which of the following best describes the solution they have implemented? Fail closed? I think it's fail closed. Which of the following best describes the primary objective of an integrated penetration test? Integrated? Huh. To focus only on vulnerabilities of the external network? An integrated penetration test to gauge the success of an organization's security training, to evaluate solely the software layer vulnerabilities, or to assess vulnerabilities across physical, software, and network layers. That seems pretty integrated, because all of this is integrated, right? Network and software, physical, it's all integrated. That's the only one that makes sense to me. Which of the following is a form of obfuscation where data strings are replaced with a single character like an X, data masking, or a that thing, but the structure of the data string remains the same? So if it didn't remain the same, it'd be tokenization, but if it remains the same, it's data masking. An attacker uses a phone call to impersonate a bank representative in order to gather sensitive customer information. Which of the following threat vectors does this describe? Vishing. That would be the voice phishing. It's not phishing. It's a phone call, so it's vishing. If it was text message, it would be schmishing. Which of the following terms is used to describe a situation where a security system or tool incorrectly flags an action, false positive, or event as a malicious or harmful, even though it's actually benign? That'd be false positive. Enrique, man, I want to be Enrique. The IT head at Dion Consultants, what? Received frantic calls from multiple departments. Users reported that their crucial files were encrypted. Ransomware? Sounds like ransomware. And they were seeing a countdown timer. The message accompanying the timer indicated that unless a certain amount of cryptocurrency, so we're going crypto, malware, ransomware, is transferred, blah, blah, countdown, the decryption key would destroy permanently, yada, yada, yada. It's crypto, malware, ransomware. Jamario, and can I just say something really quick? Isn't, like, dude, when it comes to cryptocurrency, Security Plus is just all about, like, fucking taking your money hostage. Crypto is all about fucking you over. It's always about, like, a hacker wants his crypto ransomware. A hacker wants you to pay 1 Bitcoin. Like, What's really going on, dude? Are we ever going to use cryptocurrency as actual currency, or are we just going to use it to, like, fuck each other over every time? Jamario, a network technician at Kelly Innovations LLC, is setting up a new server. He wants to ensure that users can access unencrypted web pages, okay, on the server and transfer files to it from it. Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Wait, what? Jamario should ensure which of the following ports are open. He wants to ensure that users can access an unencrypted web pages and transfer files to and from it. Those two. Select two. Those two. What is the name of the web-based attack that involves entering malicious code into user input fields that are executed by a database server? That would be structured query language injection or SQL injection. Or was it cross-site scripting? Hold on. Malicious code into user input fields, and yeah, it's this one. What's that one? Reason and Rhyme, a tutoring service, has increased the security of its customers' passwords. They have always converted passwords to fixed length sequences, but now they will do this process more than once to key stretching to increase the amount of computing power and time it will take for an attacker to decode the password. What is this method known as? It's key stretching. It's a process more than once. More than once means you're taking a hash and then you're hashing the hash, and then you hash the hash and the hash and the hash. Which aspect of security alerting and monitoring is focused on ensuring that specific software solutions such as databases or CRM tools are functioning securely and are not compromised by external threats? Wait, what? Which aspect of security alerting and monitoring is focused on ensuring that specific software solutions are functioning? System monitoring, reporting, infrastructure monitoring, or applications monitoring? That's specific software solutions such as databases and CRM tools are functioning securely and are not comprised by external threats. What? I'm skipping that one. While conducting a routine system audit at Kelly Innovations LLC, Enrique, there he is again, a senior IT administrator, stumbled upon a startling discovery. He found that Jamario, a junior database analyst whose responsibilities typically revolved around running simple queries and generating weekly reports, suddenly had permissions to modify privilege escalation to modify core database structures, including adding and removing tables. Further analysis revealed that these permissions weren't granted through the company's formal access control procedure. Enrique suspected an external intervention that could have allowed Jamario's account to bypass the standard role-based permissions. This is an example of privilege escalation. Going with that one. I mean, this one sounds cool. Access control list tampering, but I don't think it's that. That's more about, like, something else. In the process of deploying a new software application within Kelly Innovations LLC, the IT team identified that a certain module wouldn't function unless another software was already installed. Which of the following best describes, it's like a gridlock or something, right? Which of the following best describes the situation? Allowing unrestricted user access, facing a compatibility issue, encountering software dependency, running a legacy application. I think it's that one. Identify that a certain module wouldn't function unless another software was already installed. I think that's software dependency. It's like a type of what is it called? Gridlock? It's not gridlock. It's some other kind of lock. When you lock a key in the safe. Oh my God! Am I taking this test as just a squirrel? Wait, hold on. What's going on here? Hold on. Am I taking this test as just a fucking squirrel? is going on? 121. No, I think we're good. I thought I was just a squirrel again. Hey, Mahosh. Trahosh. What happened? It was good to see you too, David. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I need a new VPN for my phone. What happened? Dude, download the DuckDuckGo app. That's a pretty good web browser for phones, in my opinion. DuckDuckGo is pretty chill. I won a free gram of gold last week. What? Dude, that's a lot of money. All right. Yeah, I see the test. We're good. Okay. When implementing a virtualization solution, which of the following considerations is essential to ensure that the virtual machines have sufficient resources to perform tasks efficiently? What am I doing? Which of the following considerations is essential to ensure that the virtual machines have sufficient resources to perform tasks efficiently? I guess compute, air gapping, ease of deployment. I don't know. I don't think it's air gapping or containerization. Ease of deployment? I don't think it's that either. I think it's just compute. And organizations grow and expand. As organizations grow and expand their digital operations, how can automation and orchestration assist in maintaining security posture? Would be eliminating human error, promotes decentralization of data storage, facilitates migration to non-digital operations, replaces the need for human security analysts, or enables consistent security standards during scaling. How can automation and orchestration assist in maintaining security posture? Well, humans, you could still analyze it. Enables consistent security standards during scaling. As they grow and expand, automation orchestration would, yeah, this one. Because when you add more stuff, the human has to, put the permissions on. But instead, you could just have consistency as you're scaling. A security analyst is investigating a malware incident and finds that the malware has encrypted the data or files on the system and demands money, ransomware, for their decryption and restoration. Which of the following types of malware is most likely involved in? That's ransomware. When aiming to limit access between different parts of a network to reduce the potential impact of compromised systems, which activity is most directly applied? What? When aiming to limit access between different parts of a network. Okay, network segmentation. To reduce the potential impact of compromised system, which activity is most directly applied? I would say network segmentation. Limit access between different parts of the network. I'm going with that one. Which of the following motivation refers to the act of threatening to expose someone's secrets unless they comply with certain demands? That would be blackmail. Search disruption, data exfiltration, revenge. Threatening to expose someone's secrets would be blackmail. The Frozen Dish, a home food delivery service, is reviewing their security systems. That name, an IT manager, has explained the public key infrastructure systems to his boss. His boss is alarmed by the idea of public keys and wants to purchase a storage device to save hardware security module. To save symmetric and asymmetric keys, that name explained that the Windows-based devices they use have this type of storage embedded in the motherboards. What is the name of the device? Oh shit. It might be a secure enclave. If we're talking about this type of storage embedded in the motherboards, I think that's secure enclave. It's hardware security modules, I think, are separate devices. Yeah, I think it's secure enclave. Oliver travels frequently for work. His organization wants to implement an additional authentication method that considers his geographic location, that'd be somewhere you are, before granting access to sensitive systems. Which factor of multi-factor authentication is the organization planning to use? Somewhere you are. As a software engineer, Kevin often writes and tests various scripts for automation. One day, he noticed one of his Critical scripts failed to execute. Upon closer inspection, Kevin found that the script had been modified to contain a dormant code segment, a logic bomb, to activate at a specific date and time. That's a logic bomb. Worried, he scanned through other scripts and found similar modifications. Which type of malware has most likely infected Kevin's scripts? That one. In the realm of systems and data management, who is primarily responsible for determining the classification of data and ensuring it aligns with organizational policies? The classification of data and ensuring it aligns with organizational policies. Oh, shit. Well, it's not the end user. It's one of these three fuckers. Who is primarily responsible for determining... I think it's the data controller. He's got to control the flow of data, so he determines the classifications of it. And ensuring it aligns with organizational policies. It sounds like a data owner, too. But then, like, a data processor would process data in classifications, right? I don't know. I hate these stupid-ass questions with the data controllers and the processors and the owners and the custodians and the data subjects. I hate these questions. I'm going with data controller. Which of the following terms refers to entities that establish and enforce secure... Let me just put a star here. Which of the following terms refers to entities that establish and enforce security standards, regulations, and guidelines across specific sectors such as finance and healthcare? Regulatory agencies? Data protection authorities? Intelligence agencies? This might be a freebie. I don't know what the... Law enforcement. Such as finance and healthcare. Data protect... Entities that establish and enforce security standards, regulations, and guidelines. It might be data protection authorities. But it might be regulatory agencies. I'm going regulatory agencies. Which of the following best describes the action taken when a file is quarantined during an alert response? Which of the following best describes the action taken? File is permanently deleted. Access to all files in the directory is restricted. Access to the original file is denied to the user, or file is immediately forwarded to threat intelligence platforms. When a file is quarantined during an alert response, you're like sending it to like an isolated area. So you're not deleting it. File is immediately forwarded to a threat intelligence platform, I guess. That's a fancy way of saying that. Access to the original file is denied to the user? I mean, yeah. But I don't think that best describes it. Access to all files in the directory is restricted. I'm going to go with this one. A security researcher discovers a new vulnerability in an operating system that allows an attacker to execute arbitrary code with elevated privileges. He reports the vulnerability to the vendor, and the vendor releases a patch. What type of vulnerability did the researcher find? Did. Allows an attacker to execute arbitrary code with elevated privilege. They reported it, and then they made a patch. So they found a 0-day. That's technically a 0-day. They're trying to confuse you with vendor to pick supply chain. And misconfiguration just sounds like a lame-ass answer. Cryptographic vulnerability? What? We're going 0-day. Nicola, an IT manager, is considering an encryption method that uses public key and private keys for encryption and decryption. What type of encryption is being considered? That would be asymmetric encryption. Public uses public and private keys for encryption and decryption. Asymmetric. In a compliance workshop at Dion Training, a team is discussing the ramifications of not adhering to industry standards and data protection laws. Which of the following outcomes of non-adherence would result in Dion Training having to pay money? I guess fines. Having to pay money is fines. Sanctions would be losing money. Loss of license would be losing a license. And reputational damage would be losing subscribers on YouTube. Dion Training is concerned with protecting data in as it moves from Dion's computer to its cloud servers. Which of the following best describes the primary method to secure data when it is being transmitted over the network? The primary method. Implementing robust firewall rules and intrusion, no. Using encrypted, no. Setting up ACLs, I'm going with that one. Using transport encryption protocols like IPsec tunnel. Emily, the network security administrator, noticed an unexpected surge in network traffic late at night. She suspects that this could be malicious activity. Which of the following controls should Emily rely on most to detect and respond to this potential security incident? I guess an IDS? Controls should she rely on the most to detect and respond? IDS and IPSs. That would be like anomaly-based IDS. Which of the following terms describes the qualitative frequency of a risk occurring within a specific period? The qualitative, not the quantitative, but they kind of try to trip you up there with frequency. I believe the answer is the likelihood. Which US? Wait, what? Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm back. All right, which U.S. act requires federal agencies to develop security policies for computer systems that process confidential information? I don't fucking know. Computer Security Act of 1980s? I don't fucking know. It's not GDPR, and I think SOX is all about like being transparent, right? Or no? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like Sarbanes-Sox or something. Which U.S. Act? I'm going with Computer Security Act. We're talking about acts. I'm going with the act. Dion Training is planning to expand its online services, including launching multiple subdomains, wildcard probably, for different courses. They want a single certificate that can secure all of these subdomains. That would be a wildcard certificate. Final answer. Kelly Innovations LLC has implemented a firewall to secure its mission-critical financial systems. Given that any downtime would result in substantial financial losses, which failure mode, that'd be fail open, should the firewall be set to if it experiences malfunction? So, given any downtime, we don't want any downtime. So if it fails, we still want to keep things open. Given that cloud architecture provides dynamic resource allocation, which of the following security considerations is most critical when dealing with the compute component? So dynamic resource allocation, which of the following security considerations is most critical when dealing with the compute component? A security consideration when it deals with compute. Ensuring isolation between different instances, implementing strong user authentication, frequent backup of workload data, or limiting the number of virtual machines. Which of the following security considerations is most critical when dealing with compute? Dynamic resource allocation. I guess avoiding VM sprawl. Frequent backup of workload, implementing strong ensuring isolation between. I think it's this one. Avoiding VM sprawl, pretty much. Which system offers a consistent and standardized method for naming and referring to specific publicly known security vulnerabilities and exposures in software and systems? That would be the CVE, Responsible Disclosure Program, Vulnerability Prioritization. What are we doing again? A consistent and standardized method for naming and referring to specific publicly known security vulnerabilities. CVE. That's the Common Vulnerability something. Common vulnerability assessment, or I don't know. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of considering single points of failure? Which of the following statements best explains the importance of considering single points of failure? Identifying single points of failure helps in centralizing control of security systems for better orchestration? Nah. Mitigating single points of failure is crucial to maintain the availability and reliability of automated security operations? Maybe. Single points of failure represent an entry point into a system, so being aware of them will prevent more failures throughout the system? What? Addressing single points of failure ensures that automated security processes do not replace human decision making. What? Usually when I go, what? That means like, it sounds retarded. This one didn't sound that retarded. Mitigating single points of failure is crucial to maintain availability and reliability of automated security operations. To ensure that critical encryption keys are available for recovery in case, I'm going to go with key escrow probably. In case of emergencies, Cal Innovations has stored a copy of these keys with a trusted third party. Key escrow. Which of the following best represents a primary goal when seeking evidence of internal audits from a third-party vendor? Let me read that again. Which of the following best represents a primary goal when seeking evidence of internal audits from a third-party vendor? Determination of the vendor's profit margins? No. Verification of compliance with internal security standards? Maybe. Review of the vendor's client list? What? Why? Assessment of internal threat landscapes to reduce security vulnerabilities. That just sounded like fancy bullshit. I think it's this one. Verification of compliance with internal security standards. Which of the following best represents a primary goal when seeking evidence of internal audits from third-party vendors? Verification of compliance with internal security standards. Which of the following types of threat actors are the least likely to have extensive knowledge of their target and hacking techniques? Well, that would be me, the unskilled hacker. And I guess a script kiddie. That's me too. Knowledge of their target and hacking techniques. Wait. The least likely. Yeah. Which of the following types of threat actors are the least likely to have extensive knowledge of their target and yeah. Script kiddie and unskilled attacker. Me and me. Although I am a thug. I'm a thug squirrel. Don't fuck with me. At Dion Training, promoting security awareness is paramount. Love that word, paramount. To fortify organizational data protection, what should Dion Training do to uphold, and enhance password management best practices? Require users to change their passwords every 30 days. Instruct users to create strong, unique passwords for each account. Yeah. Letting users reuse long, strong passwords if they haven't. Nah. Create and enforce complexity rules. Well, strong, unique passwords is complexity and length. Wait. Instruct users to create strong would be length. Unique passwords would be complexity. Going with that one. To fortify organizational data, what should you do to uphold and enhance password management best practices? Instruct or enforce? Instruct users or create and enforce complexity rules? I think you want to enforce complexity rather than just instruct them. It's better to enforce something rather than write an email and say, hey, could you do this please? I'm going to go with create and enforce complexity rules. Angel, a systems administrator, notices that a user account has been locked out due to multiple failed login attempts in a short span of time. She also observes that the source IP addresses for these attempts are from various countries. Which indicator of malicious activity is most likely present in this scenario? Blocked content, impossible travel, yeah? Concurrent session usage, or account lockout? Which indicator of malicious activity is most likely present? Well, different IP addresses from various countries? That sounds like impossible travel to me. Yeah. Which of the following best describes a governance model where decision-making authority is restricted to a few individuals at the top of the organizational hierarchy? Whoa, let's read that one more time. Which of the following best describes a governance model where decision-making authority is restricted to a few individuals at the top of the organizational hierarchy? That would be like centralized government, distributed management, autocratic leadership. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm pretty sure it's just centralized management. The government. Which of the following statements best explains the function of an exposure factor in the context of vulnerability management? So exposure factor, think of stuff like decaying over time, maybe. An exposure factor evaluates the level of vulnerability in an organization's network infrastructure. An exposure factor refers to the time required to detect and respond to a security. No. Exposure factor helps organizations assess the monetary impact of a security breach. Maybe. Exposure factor measures the likelihood of a vulnerability being exposed. So the function of an exposure factor in the context of vulnerability management. Exposure factor helps organizations assess the monetary impact of a security breach. Yeah, I think it's that one. Exposure factor measures the likelihood of a vulnerability being exploited. Shit. I swear there's two ways to think of exposure factors. One of them is like monetary, and I think the other one might be like low, medium, high, or some shit, like a likelihood. An exposure factor measures the likelihood of a vulnerability being exploited. It might be that one. Think of like a hole in the wall. The bigger the hole, the more likely someone's going to climb in it, right? Which of the following best explains the function of an exposure factor in the context? It's one of these two. Son of a bitch. Let's put a star. It's been a while since I started something. Last month at Kelly Innovations LLC, Jamario reported receiving an inappropriate images while researching industry competitors. Nice. To prevent employees from accidentally accessing such media in the future, which of the following solutions would be most effective? Installing a state-of-the-art firewall? Wow, a state-of-the-art firewall. Acquiring two-factor authentic... What? Implementing content categorization or upgrading to a faster internet connection? What the fuck? Is it really going to be state-of-the-art firewall? Implementing content categorization? Maybe? Sounds like content filtering. Right? You're filtering content? You're categorizing content? Are they trying to trip me up here? Inappropriate images while researching industry competitors. So they were probably looking up Hooters or Peckers, and then they started getting some pictures of Hooters and Peckers. You would do content filtering. It wouldn't be state-of-the-art firewall. I'm going with implementing content categorization. Kelly Innovations LLC has observed that their network devices are receiving communication requests that require secure and private interactions, originating from unidentified sources. The IT department has identified similar requests on other parts of the network. Which would be the most secure method to ensure private communication among these devices? A jump server, right? Receiving communication that require... hold on. Has observed that their network devices are receiving communication requests that require secure and private interactions, originating from unidentified sources. The IT department has identified similar requests on other parts of the network. Which would be the most secure method to ensure private communication among these devices? Jump servers. That's the only thing that makes sense here to me. Sensors, next-gen firewall, TLS. I'm going with jump servers. Which of the following network designs involves using air gapping, disconnecting cables, or locking devices to prevent unauthorized access or interfaces? Sounds like physical isolation. Disconnecting cables, air gapping, locking devices. It's not logical. It's physical isolation. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of the workforce multiplier? What the fuck is that? It's been a while since I've heard that. Workforce multiplier. Oh, dude, it's been a while since I've heard workforce multiplier. What is that again? Workforce multiplier enables organizations to rapidly scale their security capabilities using a combination. Hold on. I gotta write this down because it's been a very long time since I've heard that word. Workforce multiplier. Leveraging the workforce multiplier allows organizations to replace manual security tasks with automated processes, improving efficiency. I think it's something like that. The workforce multiplier reduces the need for highly skilled and credentialed cybersecurity professionals, resulting in cost savings for the organization. Reduces the need for highly skilled and credentialed cybersecurity professionals? What? The workforce multiplier limits the scope of security incidents by rapidly deploying virtual firewalls, preventing them from affecting a large number of users. Or workforce multiplier enables organizations to rapidly scale their security capabilities using a combination of human and automated. No, I think it's something like this. I think it's like you're doing like replacing manual, repetitive, redundant tasks, and then you're multiplying your workforce or something like that. I think that's what it is. As a network administrator responsible for evaluating a company's encryption protocol method for wireless devices, you've discovered that the company is currently utilizing a deprecated encryption protocol that poses a significant security threat. Which of the following is the most appropriate encryption protocol to recommend upgrading to? Probably AES. It's like the best of the best. Yeah. Why does it do that? Let me go. Henry is leading his company in developing risk strategies. Fred has proposed they expand into growing social media market. The market has a high risk, high reward profile, but it will be difficult to break into the current market. Henry suggests that they wait and see if the market changes and becomes easier to enter. Which risk strategy is Henry using? Well, you're not transferring the risk. And you're not really accepting the risk because you're waiting and seeing. So you're avoiding the risk? No, you're mitigating the risk because you're waiting and seeing. Avoiding the risk would just be like, Henry suggests that we don't do shit. Henry is leading company in development. Fred proposed that they expand to a growing social media market. The market has high risk, high reward profile, but it will be difficult to break into the current market. Henry suggests that they wait and see. Let's mitigate it. If the changes become easier to enter. Henry suggests that they wait and see if the market changes and becomes easier to enter. It's not accepting. We'll wait and see. You're accepting a delay. Transfer. It's not transfer. You're not transferring anything. I'm going to go with mitigate. Which of the following is most indicative of a voice call threat? Oh shit. Indicative means like what is it? Dude, I've never used the word indicative. Which of the following is most indicative, like identifying, right? Which of the following is the most identifying of a voice call threat? Downloading a Trojan from a compromised software update? No. Clicking on a distinguished link in a text message? Nah. A caller posing as a tech support to obtain passwords? Yeah. Being redirected to fake login page? Nah. Which of the following terms refers to a list that explicitly grants access or permissions to specific entities while all others are implicitly denied? Sounds like approval process, backout plan, allow list, restricted activities. I think it's an allow list. Oh man, I need to take a break. Hold on. We're at 72. Let me just take a break. Oh god. Hey, Jesse J, what happened? What's good, buddy? How's it going, bro? I'm just doing my little Security Plus exam here. I'm Thug Squirrel today. Check me out, Thug Squirrel. Got my gold 1 ounce coins in the back there. Got some other coins up there. Looks like a giant walnut or something there. Nice, dude. What you been up to, Jesse? Jesse, are you from the scratcher community? The scratch, like the lottery scratchers? Or from like the casino, the slot community, or from the coin community? I forget. I think I met you at Ducky's channel. But I can't remember if you were from the coin community or the scratcher community or the slot machine community. Working and staying busy? Yeah, same here, dude. I work and then I study. And then I got about 7 more days or 6 more days of this bullshit. And then hopefully I can kind of spice things up a bit and do a different hobby. Because holy shit, am I exhausted. Like my brain, like I feel like a robot sometimes with this like whole fucking, I gotta think about computers all day long. I used to be, oh, paranormal community. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, paranormal community. Nice. I watch some paranormal videos sometimes on the TikToks. I think it's interesting. I'm a bit of a believer with paranormal activity. You never know. There's certain things that happen on different frequencies that are just out of our range, dude, and who the hell knows what's going on, you know? Yeah, Ducky streams. She was cool. She still is cool. I just don't know where she is anymore. Alright, I'm going to get back to this test. Jesse James, thanks for dropping by, bro. If you're interested in some security stuff here, we're just learning some security. Don't forget to show the exam there. There we go. Alright, here we go. You are a system administrator for a small business that uses several laptops and desktops for its daily operations. You want to use a mitigation technique that can help you protect these systems from various types of attacks by installing software that can provide security functions such as antivirus, firewall, anti-malware, etc. Which of the following mitigation techniques can help you achieve this goal? I mean, hardening techniques, right? Configuration enforcement, decommissioning, nah. Installation of endpoint protection, maybe. Which of the following mitigation techniques? We're doing antivirus, firewall, anti-malware. I mean, I feel like that's hardening. You're getting a firewall. You're getting the antivirus. You're getting the anti-malware. It's got to either be hardening or installation of endpoint protection. But I think it's hardening techniques. This sounds like 3 separate things, right? We even got an etc. here, which indicates maybe a few more. I'm going with hardening techniques. An organization has recently decided to utilize multiple operating systems and applications on a single physical server to optimize resource usage and reduce costs. Which of the following best represents this approach? Let me read that again. An organization has recently decided to utilize multiple operating systems and applications on a single physical server, so we're either doing virtualization or microservices, to optimize resource usage and reduce costs. Multiple operating systems, virtualization. It's got to be that one. On a single physical server to optimize resource usage and reduce costs. I'm going with that one. Wait a minute. Let me read that again. Multiple operating systems and applications. Okay. Yeah. Which of the following statements is not true about the importance of continuous integration in relation to secure operations? Not true of continuous integration, continuously integrating security concepts within your secure operations. So continuous integration enables early detection of issues, making it easier to address them before they escalate. Yeah, because you're continuously integrating your security. Continuous integration automates the building and testing of code, which enhances developer productivity. I don't know about that one. Continuous integration can increase software quality by catching and fixing bugs quickly. Maybe. That one kind of sounds like the first one, right? Early detection, catching and fixing bugs quickly. Continuous integration may slow down the development process, but it provides far more secure systems overall. I think that is also true. And they're trying to make you feel like maybe that's the right answer because we're saying may slow down. I think that one's also true, so I'm going to go with this one. It automates the building and testing of code, which enhances developer productivity. I don't know. That one just sounds weird. Which of the following terms specifically represents the target duration for recovery, IT, and business operations after a disruptive event? So we have a recovery point objective going on here, right? Specifically represents the target duration. The target duration is RPO, recovery point objective. We have a point that we have to, a point in time we have to achieve. That's the target duration. Oh no, recovery time objective. Hold on. Which of the following terms specifically represents the target duration? The duration, time. Recovery time objective. Yeah, RTO. Which of the following backup methods involves real-time replication of every transaction made within a system? I think that's... Hold on. Which of the following backup methods involves real-time replication of every transaction made within a system? I think that's journaling. Right? Wait. Which of the following backup methods involves real-time replication of every transaction made within a system? Real-time replication. Differential backups and incremental backups aren't real-time based. Neither are full backups. I feel like journaling is the only real-time replication. Right? Journaling is like when you want to put something into a database, but then like the power goes out, right? And you don't want the database to be corrupted because it just like totally interrupted your data input. So you do a journaling process first. That way if the data interrupts, it's okay. Because we have real-time replication happening. I think that's how it goes. Which of the following tools is most known for agentless security monitoring / alerting? Most known for agentless security monitoring. Agentless. Is it a seam? Seams can be agentless. They can be agent and agentless. There could be, yeah, they could be agentless, and that is like some sort of like communicating / listening type of process, and I think seams do that. Martin recently noticed something odd about his personal laptop. He had just typed out a lengthy password for a new online service he was signing up for. Later that day, while he was checking his email, he found a suspicious message seemingly containing the exact same password. Wow, sounds like a keylogger. The exact same password that he had typed earlier, with a message that read, "Is this your password?" Troubled, he delved into his computer's activities but couldn't find any unusual software running. Which of the following types of malware is most likely responsible for capturing and transmitting Martin's password? That's a keylogger. Dion training is establishing a security architecture that requires distinct levels of access, such as differentiating between employee and guest access and ensuring only authorized personnel can access sensitive data. Which of the following infrastructure designs is being implemented? Security zones? Attack surface man? I think it's security zones. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of root cause analysis in incident response? I'm going to write that one down. Root cause analysis. The root cause analysis of incident response. Root cause analysis helps to understand how the incident occurred and how to prevent similar incidents in the future. That sounds like a great answer. Root cause analysis helps determining how severe and incident, there's so many spelling errors in all of these freaking quizzes, bro. Severe and incident would be and how it would impact the organization. I don't know. Root cause analysis determines the individuals or groups responsible for the incident and helps in legal proceedings. I don't know. Root cause analysis involves removing the root cause of the incident from affected systems and networks to prevent its reoccurrence. I mean, that just sounds like this one right here, right? To prevent similar incidents in the future. Removing the root cause of the incidents from affecting systems and networks to prevent its recurrence. Root cause analysis helps to understand how the incident occurred and how to prevent similar incidents in the future. Root cause analysis involves removing the root cause of the incident from it just sounds like the same thing, but saying it in a different way. Removing the root cause of the incident rather than understand. Analysis is more about understanding. It involves removing the root cause of the incident. Root cause analysis. Remediation involves removing the root cause of the incidents from affected systems, right? Remediation. So we're going with this one. A company's cloud environment is compromised. A company's cloud environment is compromised. Compromised and sensitive data is compromised. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. A company's cloud environment is compromised and sensitive data is stolen. Upon investigation, it is discovered that an attacker was able to exploit a vulnerability in the encryption used to protect data in transit. Which of the following is most likely cause of the issue? I guess a cryptographic vulnerability, a misconfiguration, an insider threat, a third-party vendor. It could be a misconfiguration. You're using the wrong encryption protocol. But a cryptographic it discovered an attacker was able to exploit a vulnerability. So it's not like a downgrade attack where you misconfigured something to a weaker encryption. It's a cryptographic vulnerability because they exploited it. We're going with that one. Which of the following network technology separates the control plane from the data plane, allowing for more flexibility and automation in network management? Which of the following network technology, software-defined networking, right? Separates the control plane, data plane. Yeah. Separates the control plane. Yeah. Software-defined networking. Cheryl's job at Kelly Innovations LLC. And who is Kelly? I feel like Kelly is like Dion's wife or something. I always see Kelly. Cheryl's job at Kelly Innovations LLC involves maintaining a record of all company-owned smartphones. Which of the following is most likely to be Cheryl's role at Kelly Innovations? So her job involves maintaining a record of all company smartphones. So she's like the asset inventory manager, a network administrator, mobile application. No, she's not developing shit. IT support, it's an asset inventory manager. Jeremy, the CEO of Huli, wants to gauge the financial implications of specific risks tied to the company's IT infrastructure. He has directed his team to create a list of possible incidents that could occur. Then he directed them to look at both the likelihood that an incident will occur and the potential economic, business, and resource fallout if the incident occurred. Oh my gosh. To create a numerical score for each. I'm just going to go quantitative. Which of the following risk assessment methods has Jeremy directed his team to use? Quantitative risk analysis. A numerical score. We're talking numbers here, right? Yeah. We're going quantitative. Sasha, an IT manager at Dion Training, has taken the recently formulated security policies and started conducting training sessions for the employees. She's also distributed awareness materials and set up monitoring tools to gauge the program's effectiveness. Which phase of security awareness practices is Sasha in? What? I don't know. Sasha, an IT manager at Dion Training, has taken the recently formulated security policies and started conducting training sessions for the employees. She also distributed awareness materials and set up monitoring tools to gauge the program's effectiveness. Which phase of security awareness practices is Sasha in? Execution? She gave everybody pamphlets. She's training people. She gave them pamphlets, and then she set up monitoring cameras to see if everyone's totally chill about everything. Which phase of the security awareness practices? Which phase of the security awareness practices is Sasha in? Sounds like she executed everything. Is she in the feedback awareness? Because she's up here, monitoring tools to gauge the program's effectiveness. This is such a dumb question. She also distributed awareness materials and set up the monitoring tools to gauge the program's effectiveness. Which phase of security awareness practices? I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Execution or feedback? Or initiation? She's initiating everything. Which phase of security awareness practices is Sasha in? She also distributed awareness materials and set up monitoring tools to gauge the program's effectiveness. Feedback. That's the last thing they're talking about. I don't know. It's a weird question. Which statement best captures the role of the policy administrator within the zero trust paradigm? The policy administrator. Policy administrator point. That's PAP. Manages, that's like the bouncer. So manages and updates security policies for access control. Oversees the actual enforcement of policies on the network. Adapts access decisions based on ongoing user actions, or ensures data is transferred securely across the network. I think it's this one. Enforces the actual enforcement of policies on the network. The PAP, the policy administrator point. I don't know. Some of these things, dude, I study over and over and over, and it just doesn't fucking click. Sometimes they just, it's either just, it's so boring, or it's so overly complicated for no reason, and then I forget it. A healthcare organization wants to ensure that patient medical records, which include personal information and health histories, are kept confidential when transmitted between facilities. Which of the following techniques would be the most effective in safeguarding this data during transmission? Data masking, full disk encryption, secure file transfer protocol. Probably that one. It's probably that one. SFTP. Which of the following is a type of security incident that involves unauthorized disclosure of sensitive data due to insecure settings in a system? Unauthorized disclosure of sensitive data due to insecure settings. So that could be misconfiguration. Insecure settings. Unauthorized disclosure of sensitive data due to insecure settings in a system. It's not a DOS attack. It's not data corruption. And I mean it technically is a data breach because we have unauthorized disclosure of sensitive data. But it could just be someone internally seeing the data, which is still unauthorized disclosure. So I'm going to go with misconfiguration. Which of the following objectives is primarily fulfilled by using questionnaires during vendor assessments? Which of the objectives is primarily fulfilled by using questionnaires? An objective through a questionnaire to obtain detailed insights into vendors' security posture and risk management, to facilitate a comprehensive analysis of the financial aspects of vendor proposals. Vendor assessment. So we're assessing a vendor. We want to get a new vendor. And what are the objectives is primarily fulfilled by the questionnaires, asking the vendor questions to assess the effectiveness of vendor marketing. To establish the groundwork for future contractual negotiations? No. To facilitate a comprehensive analysis of the financial aspect of vendor proposals, or to obtain detailed insights into vendor security? I think it's that one. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of e-discovery in incident response? E-discovery, baby. The importance of e-discovery. E-discovery requires the finding and recognizing potential threats or breaches in security infrastructure? Nah, that's not it. E-discovery dictates the steps in preserving evidence in its original state to maintain its integrity for future forensic or legal needs. I don't think that's e-discovery, but what is that? What is that again? I think that's just like preservation or something. E-discovery involves examining drives to find data that is electronically stored to use them for evidence, or e-discovery is a step in the process of documenting the details of a security incident, its impact, and potential remedies. Shit, what is e-discovery again? I thought e-discovery was just like a type of reconnaissance. Electronic discovery. Like, say if somebody wanted to see if like a CEO was bad-mouthing somebody on Facebook, so you do an e-discovery on his Facebook, and then you kind of read over his tweets or whatever the fuck, E-discovery involves examining drives to find data. I think it's that one. That is electronically stored to use them for evidence. That's e-discovery. That's definitely e-discovery. Final answer. All right, let's go into the review questions. We got 19 minutes left. This is when you'd go back to your performance-based questions. See how well you did. Let's go to, let's do 4. Which of the following is a hardware vulnerability that relates to using devices or components that are no longer supported by the manufacturer, possibly leading to unpatched security risks? God damn it. No longer supported by the manufacturer would be possibly leading to unpatched security risks. That's end of life. That's totally end of life. Think of Windows 10. End of life, no more patches. Legacy, on the other hand, is like just discontinued. Right? It's like discontinued stuff. No longer supported by the manufacturer would be end of life. A legacy would be like the first version of something. It might be supported by the manufacturer still, but it's just old as fuck. I'm going to go with end of life on that one. Final answer. This one was best explains the acquisition as part of the incident response. Acquisition involves evaluating the details about the incident to determine financial and legal consequences. Acquisition involves acquiring individual testimony of the people. I don't think it's that one. Acquisition means new security controls are purchased. I don't think it's that one either. So it was either this one or this one. Acquisition involves obtaining a clean copy of the data from a device so it can be used as evidence. I think that's preservation. I think it's some type of preservation. So we're going to stick with that answer. Which of the following statements regarding data retention in the disposal process is not true? Data retention periods should account for business needs as well as any legal, regulatory, or contractual requirements. Is not true. Data retention is, wait a minute, data retention implies storing all data indefinitely as it might be needed at some point. That one. I think I got this confused. This was not true. Regarding data retention in the disposal process is not true. Which of the following statements regarding data retention in the disposal process? Data retention implies storing all data indefinitely as it might be needed at some point. That's not true. In the disposal process? Formal data retention policies help organizations decide when data assets should be backed up, archived, or purged. That sounds true. Data retention periods. That one sounds true. I think I picked the true one by mistake. Data retention is critical. Yeah, I think it's this one. So good thing we came back to that one. This one, what part of a BPA for mission essential function provides a detailed step-by-step description of the procedural task performed? I mean, process flow just sounds like a step-by-step thing. Inputs and outputs sound like inputs and outputs. So we're going to keep that one. This one is like, I totally just want to pick burning because that's what I would love to do, is just throw everything into a fire. Just let it all burn. But I have a feeling this question is going to be like, oh, that's not environmentally friendly of you to be doing such a thing. Given that this is not the most effective solution, which of the following is the best method to use? Dispose several old storage data. They wish to employ a method that ensures the data of these drives is completely irrecoverable. I mean, you could degauss it. The data on these drives is completely irrecoverable. So we're talking about the data on the drives. I think we're going to go with degaussing, even though I truly just want to burn the shit out of everything. Burning in municipal incinerators, pulverizing. I mean, I feel like these are all really good answers, but I think we're going to go with degaussing for the sake of getting it right. Oh, this one, yeah. Email certificates to authenticate and safeguard email content. It's either SMIME or SPF. Secure Policy Framework kind of does sound like a certificates deal. And I think SMIME is more of like a secure communication deal. I think we're going to go with SPF. I think SPF is all about certificates, so good thing we came back to that one. This one we skipped. Which aspect of security, alerting, and monitoring is focused on ensuring that specific software solutions, such as databases or CRM tools, are functioning securely and are not compromised by external threats? An aspect of security and alerting, and monitoring is focused on ensuring that specific software solutions are functioning securely. I mean, in infrastructure monitoring, databases, or CRM tools? Sounds like two totally different things. Your database and your, what is that, customer relationship management tools? Application monitoring doesn't sound like database thingy. System monitoring sounds like a database thingy, but not a CRM thingy. I think it's infrastructure monitoring. So we'll go with that one. 42. This stupid question. In the realm of system data, who is primarily responsible for determining the classification of data and ensuring it aligns with organizational policies? I still want to say it's the data controller. Classification of data. Data controller is like the conductor. So... And then data processor is like the musicians, because they're processing the tone and the rhythm. And then the data owner is the venue. I don't know. Determining the classification of data and ensuring it aligns with organizational policies. I'm going to stick with data controller. It might be data owner. I don't know. What's this one? Oh, this is the one with the exposure factor. It's either likelihood or monetary impact. Which of the following statements best explains the function of exposure factor in the context of vulnerability management? I mean, if we're talking about vulnerability management, I think it's more about the likelihood of a vulnerability rather than the monetary impact of a security breach. So we're going to stick with that answer. This one, this is the workforce multiplier. I feel pretty good about that one. We don't need to review it, and that's it. All right. Let's see how Gangsta Squirrel did on his quiz. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm thinking like mid 80s, actually. So let's take a look. Ah, fuck. I thought I was gonna do better. 81 is still a pretty good score, but I was feeling like 86 or 87 or something. What is this? Why did I get a -1 there? Skipped? I didn't skip anything. Why is this considered skipped? It was application monitoring. Fuck, I thought it was infrastructure monitoring. Alright, let's take a look at all the wrong ones. Yep, we got... Damn it, dude. It was this. I thought this was preservation, but it was... Acquisition involves obtaining a clean copy of data from a device so it can be used as evidence. That makes sense, I guess. Your acquisition is acquiring the data. Damn it. Yep. Alright, well. There's that. Oh, this one was using EDR provides advanced behavior analysis. Oh, really? Okay, well, I gotta brush up on my EDR. Here's the explanation for that. Ah, dude, pulverizing with industrial machinery. What? Degaussing method exposes hard disk to powerful electromagnetics, disrupting data storage patterns. However, not all types of drives like SSDs, optical magneto, can be degaussed. Several old storage drives. Okay. Motherfuckers. Alright, let's see. Let me see the burning one. It's probably something about environment. Where is it? Incineration can be effective, but using municipal incinerators might leave some remnants of the drives, making this method less secure. What? Really? Oh, it was S-MIME. Fuck me, dude. I had the right answer the first time. Leverages email certificates. Sender policy framework verifies the legitimacy. Fuck. The sender's IP against the list of approved IPs. I gotta remember that, dude. SPF. Yeah, those are like DNS records. Yeah, SPF. I think there's DNS records for SPF. That makes sense. An IP list against... Okay. SMIME certificates. SPF is legitimacy of a sender's IP address. That one was application monitoring. Damn it. I was pretty sure this was Secure Enclave, but I guess it was the TPM. Windows-based. Windows-based devices have this type of storage embedded in the motherboards. Damn it. These are tough questions, man. Some of these, like... motherfucker was the data owner. Son of a bitch, dude. Excuse my French. This one was... When a file is quarantined, it was access to the original file is denied by the user. I mean, yeah, I guess. Is that really the best description? Alright, whatever. Limiting the number of virtual machines was incorrect. It was ensuring isolation between different instances, which dealing with compute components. Ensuring isolation between different instances. I gotta read that one over. I don't know. I gotta study that one. Motherfucker. Instruct users to create strong, unique passwords for each account or create and enforce complexity rules. I mean, if you're at a point where you want to fortify organizational data protection and you want to uphold and enhance password management, do you instruct or do you enforce? Enforce just sounds like a better answer to me rather than instructing. Instruction just sounds like, please listen to me. This is what you have to do. Thank you for listening. I hope you do it. Where enforce is like, I'm going to set this up so everybody has to do it, whether they like it or not. So I kind of disagree with this one. This one was TLS. I don't know. Something about this question was confusing to me, and I just went with jump servers. Oh, here, you can read that. Dang it. This one was about workforce multiplier enables organizations to rapidly scale their secure capabilities using a combination of human and... Okay. It's been a while since I've heard that term, workforce multiplier, so I gotta study that. Somehow this one is avoid instead of mitigate. Henry suggests that they wait and see if the market changes and becomes easier to enter. Which risk strategy is Henry using? I guess avoid. Yeah, I guess it's avoid. This one was installation of endpoint protection, not hardening techniques. Oh my god, look at all that reading. Jesus. Go ahead and enjoy all that reading. Dang. Continuous integration may slow down the development process, but it provides far more... That was the not true one? I feel like continuous integration would slow down things, right? I don't know. I guess I gotta study that one. This one, I didn't like this question. I just chose feedback. It was execution. I thought it was execution at first, but then I overthought it. Manage and update security policies for access control. Oversees the actual enforcement policies. Captures the policy administrator. Manages and updates. Dang, I gotta work on that one. That was the last one. Alright, well, I wish I did better. But in the end, we got an 81. And that's good shit. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a passing score when I take the real deal still, so. And everybody's been telling me that these tests are actually a lot harder than the actual test, so I hope that's true. I hope that's true. But hey, we got an 81. We're sticking to it. Gangsta Squirrel. He's good. He's doing his shit. He's good. We got an 81. Gangsta Squirrel. We got an 81. Gangsta Squirrel. We got an 81. Gangsta motherfucking Squirrel. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy the playback. Hope you took the test with me. Hope you did better than me. Who knows? Keep track of your answers. Just grab a piece of paper, pause the video every time I get to a question, answer it yourself, and then let me answer. That way you get an unbiased view of your answer. And then who knows? See if you did better than me. Basically, the way you would do that is every wrong answer that you see. Well, let's say if I got an answer right, but you got it wrong, and you didn't see it in the wrong list, that means you got it wrong. So you have to mark an X there for yourself, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. See you later. Gangsta Squirrel out.